morning, grade 2. There are a few things you're going to need for your lesson today, all right? And one of them is this worksheet in your math binder. So if you want to just bring your whole math binder, you can. Or if you want to get out this sheet of paper, it's lesson worksheet 123, and it has an A and a B, all right? And you'll need a pencil to go along with that. You might want to have your science page, your body. We'll be looking at that. And then you'll need your hardcover reading book today. We're going to read together a selection from your hardcover reading book, okay? All righty. Here are some things you can write in your assignment book. Your assignment for religion is to read The Three Men in the Fiery Furnace in your Bible storybook, and then talk about the questions with your family on the bottom of the second page. One of my favorite stories, and talk about standing firm for your faith, right? And not letting someone who, the king, make you feel afraid or cower, and having faith in your God that he will protect you. You have a memory treasure to tell me today. In our reading, we are going to read together page 374. You have a spelling test to do today, and then you should be finishing your packet that you have and getting ready to turn that in. In math, we're on lesson 123, and we have a worksheet to do with that as well. In science, we're going to start a paper on your body. And remember to continue doing the virtual tours, of the national parks. And you have all the way through the weekend. And I'd like it to be turned in at the beginning of the day on Monday. But if you need a little bit of time, just let me know. And I'd rather have you enjoy it and take the time to do it, okay? Not just like, well, I was watching a show, so I didn't get it done. That doesn't count, okay? But I want you to be able to take the time to do it. And then remember to keep working on your letters. Your letters have been awesome, by the way. So keep that up. All right, so let's just start from the top and go down. So the first one we're going to talk about is our reading. So if you'll take out your hardcover reading book, and remember, if at any time you need to pause the video and go get your things, go ahead. All right, that is just fine. And I'd like you to turn to page 374. It's called The Art of Recycling. And I thought this goes along so well with Earth Week here and our 50th anniversary of Earth Day yesterday, and talking about national parks and how they don't want the extra trash and how we can help to take care of the earth. And this is kind of a neat little story that goes with it, or an article, I should say. So look at this picture up on top. A crane lifts this chromosaur into place at the Dallas Museum of Natural History. That is amazing. Look how huge that is. A chromosaur. I wonder why it's called a chromosaur. Hey, let's read to find out. Would you follow along as I read out loud? The art of recycling. An artist in Mexico makes tiny furniture from bottle caps. Another artist in Liberia cuts up old flip-flop sandals to create a toy helicopter. For hundreds of years, people around the world have made artwork and toys from trash. They still do. In some places, trash may be the only materials that artists and toy makers can afford. I never thought of it that way. Look at the picture here. So here is a toy helicopter made from old flip-flop sandals. That is amazing. I would have never thought of that, would you? Oh my goodness. Let's continue on in the next paragraph. Artists in the United States recycle too. John Kearney is a 74-year-old grandfather from Chicago, Illinois. He is also an artist who thinks junk is great for making art. He once made 3 giant dinosaur sculptures out of chrome car bumpers. He called them chromosaurs. One of them was 18 feet tall. Oh, now I get it. A chromosaur made from the chrome bumpers of cars. That's cute, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Recycling can be a lot more than just tossing trash into a bin. A work of art can be beautiful, whether it's made with paint, clay, or even recycled trash. All right, so let's go on to the next page and let's answer these questions about what I just read with you. So number one, what is the main idea of this story? Well, here are our choices. There are many artists in Mexico. Well, it did talk about one artist from Mexico, but I don't think that's the main idea of this story. B, art is always made from trash. Well, it did talk about art being made from trash, but that word always, let's read some more and see what else. C, artists can use trash to make art and toys. That sounds like a good one. Let's keep that one in mind. C sounds like our best choice so far. It did talk about artists. It talked about how they use trash to make both art and toys. It talked about all of those things. D, car bumpers make good toys. It didn't talk about car bumpers being made into toys at all, did it? That one wouldn't fit. C is our best answer. Artists can use trash to make art and toys. So do you see how that main idea really summarizes the whole gist, the whole general idea of what the Art of Recycling article was about? Let's look at number 2. What do the chromosaurs and the helicopter have in common? They are made from car parts. Not both of them. They are made from thrown away materials. That sounds right. Yeah, it was from the chrome bumpers of cars and worn out flip-flops. They are tiny copies of big things. Well, that's not true because the chromosaur was huge, 18 feet tall. They are children's toys, not the chromosaur. So it looks to me like B is our best answer there. They are made from thrown away materials. And then 3, how did chromosaurs get their name? Oh, that was the question I was asking at the very beginning. From the scientist who found them. Nope, we didn't read about scientists. From their big teeth? We didn't read about big teeth, did we? Because they are made of chrome? Yep, that was it. Let's check D though, because it sounded good. Nope, C is our correct answer there because they are made of chrome. And then what about this question? Could you answer it? How does John Kearney recycle? He makes art, right? Now, I'm sure that these weren't just his own car bumpers. I'm sure he had to go to an auto salvage place and get car bumpers, but what an amazing way to use something that's getting thrown out anyway and use it to make art. Why do you think artists try to find new ways to create art? Well, don't you think being an artist is part of being creative, or being creative is part of being an artist? Yeah. I wonder what you could create from things that are going to be thrown out. Give it a try today. What could you make from some recycled materials or recycling things? Cardboard, paper that's going to be thrown out anyway, maybe some newspapers or plastic or cans. Just be careful if you have cans. They can sometimes have jagged edges, so be real careful if you're going to use something that's tin or aluminum. Do you think you could make some furniture out of bottle caps? I know you can come up with something absolutely amazing. Now, don't feel like it's something you have to finish just today, but kind of just give yourself a chance to be creative. And when you get it finished, send me a picture of it or maybe a video explaining a little bit about it. I don't know. I've got great ideas of what I think some of you might make, but you might surprise me. All right. So that's our reading for today. Remember to finish your packet. We've already read page 374. We can check it off the list and take your spelling test today. All right. The next one that I'm going to have look at with you is your math, okay? So if you'll kindly get out your math, we're going to talk about, where's my clock? Here it is. We're going to talk about time today. And you know how if you think of your clock as a circle, like right now, it's not exactly, but we could divide it in half, right? So we're going to talk about some special words that we use when we think about a clock being divided in half or fourths. Here's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then all the way back up to the top, okay? So kind of think of that, think of your clock as being a circle, and that sometimes it's divided in half and sometimes divided in fourths. And when we think of it being divided in fourths, I want you to think of money. Okay, so think of $1. And if I had 4 coins to equal $1, what 4 coins would I have? A quarter. Okay, so want you to think about a quarter, each section being a quarter of the whole circle when we're doing our clocks. Okay, so have your pencil, have your paper ready, and I'm going to switch to my other screen. Okay, and let's do this worksheet together about telling time. All right, here we are. You can put your name on top if you'd like. Now, we're going to look at each clock, tell the time in digital form, and then also using words, okay? Also using words. Now, you know what this says. This says 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. The hour hand is pointing directly at the hour number. The minute hand is straight up at the 12, 7 o'clock. We could also say this with words, 7 o'clock. And there's an apostrophe here because it would be 7 of the clock. 7 apostrophe clock, 7 o'clock. So anytime that it is right on the actual hour, you would say o'clock if they asked you to write it with words, 7 o'clock. Now, think of this here as being that circle divided into 4 parts, okay? And here we have 1 quarter. Now, it is a quarter past the hour. Okay, so what hour are we at? 7. Now remember, when I say quarter, I don't mean 25 cents or a value of 25 minutes. I'm talking about this space is a quarter of the whole part, okay? Our time is 7:15. We would write it with words. We could say quarter past or after. And what hour was it? Quarter past 7. Quarter past. Quarter after. Another word you could use there is after. Okay? 7, it's just 1/4 past. Quarter past. Let's look at number 3. Now think of that clock being divided in half. When the minute hand is down straight at the 6, it's halfway around, right? Can you guess what we're going to write here? I know you know what to write here. That's easy. Our time is 7:30. Well, how far past is it after 7? It is half, H-A-L-F, past 7. So here, when it was just 1/4 of the way past, we say quarter past 7. When it's halfway around, we say half past 7. Now, look at number 4. All right, we're going to divide it into fourths again. Now, we don't usually say that it's 3/4 past. Instead, we look forward to the next hour. So think about it. Our time is which hour? 7. And then how many minutes? 45. So our time that we write with digits is 7:45. When we're going to tell the time when it is at the 7:45 mark or any other hour at the 45 minute, we say quarter because we have a fourth left to go. Quarter to. And now it's not going to be 6:45. What's the next hour that's coming up? You got it. 7:45, or sometimes some people say quarter of 8. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't see my words there. Sorry about that. Scooch that up for you. All right. So when it's at the 45 minutes, it's 7:45. So straight up at the 12 is o'clock. Minute hand on the 3 is 7:15 or 7:15. Minute hand on the 6 is 7:30. Minute hand on the 9 is 1:45. And then remember to go to the next hour. So not the hour you're at, but the next hour you're coming to. All right? And those stay the same no matter what your hour is, okay? But the words o'clock, 7:15, 7:30, or 7:45, they remain the same depending on where your minute hand is. All right? Let's turn over to the other side and try a few more. All right, ready? Let's try number 5. So the first thing we're going to do is do the digital time. Here's our hour hand. Our hour is at the 5. Our minute hand is at the 3. So that's 15 minutes. 5, 10, 15. Remember what I said. If it's at the 3 or the 9, we're going to use the word quarter. Now, it's just after or just past the 5. So we say quarter. And on this side, I'm going to do after. Quarter after. And what hour? 5. Quarter after 5. Quarter after, quarter past, either word is correct. All right, how about number 6? Looks like we've got something the same, don't we? Again, we've got that minute hand going to the 3. Our hour hand is just past the 9. 9:15. What's it going to be? You decide if you're going to do quarter after or quarter past. Quarter, I'm going to do past. Quarter past, and what's our hour? 9:15. Good job. 9:15. Let's take a look at number 7. Move my page up a little bit here. Look what we've got again. We've got something at the 9 here. So we're going to use that word quarter, aren't we? Because we think of it as being divided into fourths. When it's the 3 or the 9, we use quarter. So what's our time? Well, our hour isn't to the 6 yet. It's past the 5, so it's still 5. 5. This would be 30, 5:30, 35, 40, 45, 5:45. All right. Now remember, if it's at the 3 or the 9 with the minute hand, we use the word quarter. Instead of saying 3/4 past 5, we're going to say quarter to the next hour. So what's the next hour after 5? Right, 6. So this clock shows 6:45. And you could write the word 6 if you wanted to also. On any of these, you could write the word for the number as well. Last one. Do you think you've got it? Here we go. We're again going to do the quarter. Because it's at the 9, it's going to be 7:45 the next hour. Take a look at our time. Our time is 9:45, isn't it? Because the hour hand is not at the 10. 9:45. It's close to it, but not there. So quarter. And this time, just to show you that we can use either word, 9:15. 9:15. Okay? So let's just review. I'm going to turn back to the first side. Let's just review. When it's straight up on the hour, it's o'clock. O''Clock. When it's at the 3, it's quarter past or quarter after, whatever hour you are at. When the minute hand is at the 6, for 30 minutes past, we say half past, whatever the hour number is. When the minute hand is on the 9, we think about what quarter to the next hour. Quarter to, and the next hour would be 8. All right. There you have it. I'd like you to send me a picture of this work. I want to see your writing for these things. Remember, if you ever need to pause the video or go back a little bit, use your device, use your remote to be able to do that. You can always pause anytime if I'm going a little bit too fast for you. I apologize if I am. I'm trying to go slow and help you with your writing and your spelling. I hope this made sense. All right. One last item, and that is your body. I'm going to put it right here. You have your science page to read about your body. On the inside, look at all these systems that it's going to talk about. What do you think this system is here that they're showing you? Your circulatory system. Your brain is part of your nervous system. Your skeletal system. All those bones. That's what you look like on the inside. That's what your brain looks like on the inside. That's what your heart looks like on the inside. Your veins and arteries. Pretty amazing, huh? On the end, on the back, it does have an activity to do. I don't know that you'll have all of these items here. So instead of doing these items here, there is another way that you can do it. And I'm going to switch back so that you can see me. Hi. All right. If you put your hand, your fingers, on your neck very gently and just are quiet for a second. You usually can find your pulse. If you have trouble, then do the action first. Now, they want you to be able to hear your heart rate. And I know this won't help you hear it, but you can feel it. And what I'd like you to feel also is how your heart rate gets faster. So one of the things that you could do is, I'm going to kind of disappear here for a minute, is get up and do some type of activity. Run in place, do jumping jacks, jump, jump, jump. Just stay active for a minute. Jump, jump, jump. Come on, let's get up. Let's do it. Get up off your seats. Put your math paper to the side. Put your book over to the side. Let's be active for 1 minute. Are you ready? On your mark, get set. Or let's do 30 seconds. We'll do 30 seconds. Go. Move around. Jump, jump, jump. Skip. Put your legs out. Kick, kick. Do some karate moves. But move, move, move. We've moved for 10 seconds. Come on, keep going. What else can you do? Jump, 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 jog in place. Go as fast as you can. 10 more seconds left to go. It's the countdown. Are you ready? As fast as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right. Can you feel it now? And now that you've felt it, now sit still for a few minutes. And now that you know where it is, see how long it stays faster. And then as it slows down to your regular heartbeat. Cool, huh? All right, you might not be able to hear your own heartbeat, but if you put your ear by someone else's chest, a mom or a dad, you'll be able to hear their heartbeat just with your ear as well. So you may not have all the devices to do this exact experiment, but see what other things you can do to think about your heart or your brain or your bones or any other part of your body? What else can you do to learn more about your body? Also, do the activities here, and you have a crossword puzzle to do on the back. And let's see, I think this one is due Monday. So, beginning of the day, Monday, you can turn it in, or if you get it done before then, send me a picture of it then as well. Whew, that was a lot of things to talk about today. Have a great day. Can't wait to hear your memory treasures. Bye, friends.